Just when you think that the Vikings cannot give you any more heart palpitations, they can't make you sweat anymore, they go out and pull something like this and totally redeem themselves. Yes, that is a quote from one of the greatest movies of all time in Dumb and Dumber. Now, this game against the Chicago Bears in Week 5, I got to admit, it was everything that we wanted and didn't want, absolutely, in all phases of the game. But just, man, what a roller coaster! I mean, it's never easy being a Vikings fan. I mean, my doctor always asks me, why I have hypertension or starting to get it. I tell her I'm a Vikings fan. She's like, oh, I get it, because yes, it just. They're able to finally get a win here, a 29-22 win over the Chicago Bears, move into first place in the NFC North after the Packers lost over to the Giants today, which is kind of a shocker. The Giants all of a sudden look legit. The Bears right there though throughout that entire game, but you just love to see it. You love to see it. So first off, as we cover, actually I'm going to bring it back here. I know that we had to show the score and everything, but there were so many standouts and fizzouts from this game, and I have to start it out here. Standout number one for the Vikings, and we'll go over to the Bears. It's just Cameron Dantzler, because he took the ball, just said, give me that. And by the way, this is a Vikings football, so you got to love it. You absolutely got to love it. He said, give me that, and absolutely stole first place of what he just, give me that. It's just... it's fantastic. Cameron Dantzler clearly the biggest standout in today's game. Just also made that play on that 2-point conversion to keep the Bears from what was it? I think either taking the lead or making a tie the game or whatever it was late in the third. Just fantastic job. But now we'll get to the rest of standouts and fizzouts here. So I got to give the first standout here to Justin Fields, because you came into this game throwing not a lot. Like it was literally a graphic the entire game about how he threw 34 had 34 completions or attempts or whatever, and he had more rushing attempts. It was just, he kept the Vikings defense on their heels the entire game, just doing whatever he wanted, and it was rough to see as a Vikings fan. He just kept getting out of the pocket, and you know what? It wasn't great. But Justin Fields, I got to give him a lot of credit. 15-21 for 208 yards and a touchdown, no picks. Really took a step forward as a passer today. And in my mind, he should have had 3 game-winning drives. Like, he was just, I know after the sack and everything, things didn't look good for the Bears there, but he hit Amir Smith-Marsette, who we'll get into in a second here, for that first down. It looked, they looked like they could drive down here, but it just, nothing but love and respect for Justin Fields. I think that he really continues to take steps forward. Now, I'd really like to see him continue to take steps forward as a passer, but another winner for me, or at least a standout, excuse me. By the way, standouts and fizzouts, because Pop, we love Pop. We think it should replace all water, and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section about what you guys drink, whether it's Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, whatever it is. But back to it here. David Montgomery, I got to give this guy a lot of credit. 82 all-purpose yards, 62 receiving yards, had that big touchdown. Most of those receiving yards, though, coming on that, what was like a 20-yard connection there late in the game, but scored that touchdown after that. And, another standout, Darnell Mooney, just grabbing that pass, incredible catch. Was relatively silent for the rest of the game, but it just, had that big catch, really got the Bears going there, and then David Montgomery running it in for the Bears there to really make it a game before halftime. And then the second half, the Bears just dominated. You want to talk about standouts, just play calling, execution, everything by the Bears in that, especially in that third quarter. They really made a lot of things happen there. Cole Kmet, definitely a standout for me. 4 catches, 45 yards, tied for the team lead in receptions there. Just everything top to bottom. Velus Jones Jr., easily another standout, had that 9-yard touchdown reception. These end around / like shovel passes just confuse me. They really do, whether it's a run or a pass or whatever it's actually considered. But great job by Velus Jones Jr. there, making the play and really putting the Bears back into it and really just making a statement with that. And then as far as the rest of this thing goes, Jaylon Jones, he's just amazing. But you want to talk about the first standout, first fizz-out for the Bears, it's got to be Amir Smith-Marsette, the former Viking. Just having the situational awareness. Yes, you beat Cameron Dantzler, but as soon as you beat him, run out of bounds. Like, you have to have that situational awareness. I know you got 15 yards and a first down, but you don't have a lot of timeouts. I think you only had 1 left, or maybe you didn't have any, and you are getting to the point now you're just coming off a sack. There's not a lot of time. You got to get as many yards as you can and get out of bounds there. But just wow. Definitely the first fizz out there. I got nothing but love for Amir Smith-Marsette. I think he's going to be a fantastic receiver in this league, but man, it was just really tough to see. And then the rest of that second secondary in the first half. We'll say the first half secondary for the Bears, just not great. Absolutely not great. I think that they really fell victim to the fact that they were giving too much space, too much room for Justin Jefferson to take those underneath routes and do his thing. But, I do have to hand it to him. The standouts, that second half Bears defense, for the most part, there only allowed that one touchdown. The Vikings, who we'll get into in a second, just wow. But yeah, definitely in my mind, I felt like the Bears had standouts, the defense, was standouts in that second half, and it was just rough. Another standout, Kendall Vildor there, had that huge interception to Kirk Cousins. I don't know what he's doing. Like, you take CJ Ham there wide open for that one. You don't mess around with it, but it is what it is. Roquan Smith, 8 tackles on the day. Just, he was always impressive, but, another fizz out for the Bears. The run defense, like Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison. There were times where they made plays, but for the most part, the Vikings were able to get the ball rolling, and I felt like a big part of it was because that 17-play drive there at the end, that was just nails. Great job by Kirk Cousins and the Vikings there, and like I said, it was just the run defense at certain portions, and other portions it was solid, but they tried to get a couple of run blitzes there, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but overall, yeah, the Bears, you got to give a lot of credit to the Bears, because they are a very well-run football team. They did a lot of great things, and I think that they're going to get a lot better than a lot of people think very, very quickly. So, but as far as fizz outs, other players that didn't really show up for me, the pass rush was there as well, so I really can't think I can name anybody else. Let us know what you guys think about those fizz outs for the Bears. Now for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, he's a standout for me. I got to give him, but scratch that. I still got to give the love to Cameron Dantzler here, because just fantastic. Just said, give me that. Led the team in tackles, 8 total tackles. That strip of Amir Smith-Marsette at the end of the game there, yeah, absolutely love to see it. Just fantastic job there by Cameron Dantzler. He's our first standout. He absolutely deserves the game ball, and yes, you love to see it. But overall, you also got to give a lot of credit to Kirk Cousins, 32 of 41, 296, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Also had that huge 1-yard touchdown run there. You're going up against what was a very good second half defense in the Chicago Bears, well coached. They knew what they had to do, and he made an absolute great play there. Took a half step back and then let his offensive lineman get that push. Just absolutely huge. Another standout, Justin Jefferson, when he's not catching everything that's thrown his way, or just about, he's throwing 23-yard passes to guys like was a Dalvin Cook. Just, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, I was a little hesitant, like, why you would throw that, but it was just, great play calling in spurts by Kevin O'Connell as well. And, we'll get into the fizz outs here in just a second, but, like I said, Kirk Cousins, definitely a standout. Justin Jefferson, who also had 12 catches, 154 yards. Standout. Dalvin Cook, a standout. 18 carries, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also had, 2 catches for 27 yards. 121 all-purpose yards for Dalvin Cook. You love to see it. You just love to see it. Irv Smith Jr. really caught a couple of big passes down the stretch there. Just, man, like Irv Smith Jr. just showing that he is still very, 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 very valuable to this team in terms of pass catching. Like that one, what was it, screen to Johnny Munt where he peeled off there? That should have been Irv Smith Jr. I'm sorry. You were really flirting with the disaster there. I know you guys were able to convert, but just stop messing around. Give Irv Smith Jr. the ball a whole lot more. But KJ Osborne, definitely another standout. 5 catches, 41 yards. Just that security blanket for Kirk Cousins on third down. You love to see it. Also, Adam Thielen, that toe tap, touchdown, or grab there, not touchdown, but that 4-yard connection there. What was it going to be picked off by Jaquan Brisker, whoever it was? Just, you definitely, my wife watched the game with me today, and there were certain moments where you did take a breath. Like, you had to definitely take a breath. I also had a tough time deciding where to put Jalen Reagor here. Is he a guy that you want to put in the standouts and fizz outs? I'm going to put him in the middle. He's a Stefan's out, or something like that. But Jalen Reagor had his first touchdown reception with the Vikings, which was that shovel pass, or whatever the end around was. Again, I struggle with those, but really able to get in the end zone there. Did muff that punt, but overall, the Jalen Reagor, I think they're going to find more and more ways to incorporate him, and I'm very excited for that. Cameron Dantzler we covered. Daniil Hunter had a sack. The biggest fizz out for me in this game, though, really was the Vikings, the just inability at times to keep a guy like Justin Fields in the pocket and make him not escape. And it just was like, come on, please. He's gashed you. He has absolutely gashed you. Also, Cameron Dantzler getting that, what was it? I got to give one more shout out to Cameron Dantzler for getting that penalty from ISM. Just fantastic job, Cameron Dantzler. Just put the crown on him right now. Just put it on camera, Dancer. But Danielle Hunter there had that sack. Patrick Peterson made a couple of nice plays there. DJ Wanham had that sack as well. Put constant pressure on Justin Fields. Can we just keep him in the pocket, please? Please, it is what it is, I guess. But, I also got to, what we saw Brian Asamoah out there a couple of times. I love what the Vikings are doing to try to get him on the field. Also, definitely a big standout for me. Hey, that running game. I know that Justin Fields was able to get out of the pocket, but there was nothing, absolutely nothing up the middle. Delvin Tomlinson, Harrison Phillips did a fantastic job in the middle there. Just absolutely ate the entire game. But you want to talk about fizzouts? Yes, that second half play calling, specifically on defense, you let the Bears drive down multiple times, especially to get a couple of touchdowns there. And yes, there were times you made them settle for field goals, but overall, Ed Donatell in this defense, they got to just, can we please just have a game? It was 21-3, and then the Bears were able to climb back into this one. It was absolutely rough. But you want to talk about more fizzouts, for the Vikings. There were times where Kirk Cousins, that offensive line was just not giving him any time. So, specifically, I think it was Brian O'Neill that got beat on that one sack, and there was even pressure up the middle. Ed Ingram also had that false start penalty there. It just, you got to clean it up in a lot of different ways here, but the Vikings able to escape with the win here. Another fizz out, Greg Joseph, special teams was not great today. Ryan Wright, his only punt literally went for 15 yards. It was like only 5 yards or whatever that it actually netted, and the Bears were able to capitalize on that. That's just not great. Then also Jalen Reagor, like we covered, just was not a great special teams day. Not what we've seen. I know kickoff returns were pretty good. Kenan Nwangu got the Vikings rolling there late in the game, which they absolutely needed. But yeah, it wasn't great in a lot of ways. But overall, you got to be really excited with the result here. I know that the Vikings have a lot of things to clean up, but man, Cameron Dancer just give me that. You love to see it. The Vikings 4-1, first place in the NFC North. I'm still coming down from it. Like I said, my wife watched the game with me, and I'm going to go drink. Trust me, this is water, not vodka. I'm just going to go calm down for the rest of the day. But let us know what you guys think about our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts for the Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears. Week 5 matchup in Minnesota. Just absolutely bonkers, crazy. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts, because pop. Also, let us know what you guys drink in the comment section down below, because we absolutely love pop. We think it should replace all water, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, doesn't matter. But let us know what you guys think about the Minnesota Vikings win over the Chicago Bears in Week 5.